Hello, folks. Again, this is Sam Pirozzolo with Right Bites TV, and I am talking to Joanna Tierno, a very special person who has mentioned that she has a rare disease. She's also a fellow Staten Islander, lifelong, and we're talking about possible cures or treatment. And one of the things you were talking about is replacing defective genes. So some sort of a gene therapy. So explain to us what that is a little bit more.
So one of the things I would really like to see a major push for, so that I think would help the rare disease community and healthy people too as well.
Healthier people.
Yes, healthier people,
Right.
Because a lot of genes do have a genetic origin. So you have a genetic weakness, and then it may come out at different times in your life, or things like that. So one of the things that has been done and has cured some patients with primary immune deficiency is gene therapy, where they'll take a defective gene and replace it with a healthy gene.
So how do they isolate the defective gene?
I think through the process of genome sequencing, they can figure out which gene is causing your disease and advance from there. No, it's not 100% perfect. They can't always isolate the gene, but in many cases they do. And that's where research really should be headed, and it is, but just not quickly enough.
So this is incredibly amazing stuff that you're talking about. So they take your blood, they look into your DNA, they look at your gene strand, right? And I don't know how many, there are billions of different things to look at, and they find a defective gene linked to that particular disease, and if they take that gene out and replace it, that's really, what you're looking forward to.
That's what we're looking forward to, and I hope it happens sooner than later for the rare disease community, because I think the potential may be limitless. And for certain diseases, like you mentioned last episode about hemophilia, now, I'm not sure how many genes can cause hemophilia, but I know it's an isolated number. It's a very limited number. So it may be only one gene that causes hemophilia, maybe 2, 5. I'm not sure exactly.
But it's identified.
You got to Google this.
But they can identify it. It's really what's important.
And it's a very limited number.
Okay.
So that means that there is the potential in the near future to have a bottled cure for hemophilia.
Wow. Because everybody has the same genes that are defective.
Yes, and they've figured it out. It's not a huge number. For patients like me, it will always be patient-centered and individualized, because there's, an infinite number of different genes that could be causing my problem.
That is...
So it's a lot more complicated.
It's just amazing to have a conversation about it.
Other diseases will be cured before diseases like mine. But I have met patients in person in their 20s and 30s who have been cured by gene therapy.
Wow.
So there have been...
with your disease or similar disease to yours? Or?
Same family disease. More severe than mine, but same family of disease. So researchers have successfully done it. It's not without issues, but I think with more of a push for it, with more research, with more funding, we are looking at something that could potentially really cure a lot of patients.
Sure.
It's very, very exciting. I don't, so many diseases are genetic.
So I don't know that I've ever said this publicly, but I consider the human body a biological computer. And we're all run by biological computer programs. And these defective genes are basically a defective program. So we have to understand how to go into the biological computer, remove the defective program, and put in another biological program that fixes it, right?
Yeah, and then we can actually have cures. So it's exciting, but it's also frustrating, because you want to see more research.
We go back into funding again, right?
You want to see more of a push for it and the political will to get this done. And right now, genome sequencing, I've been working, I think, about 2 years just to find what doctor I should go to get mine done in the United States. My insurance has agreed to pay 80%
Not to get yours done on Staten Island. Not to get yours done in New York.
No.
Where to get yours done in the United States.
Yes, just which doctor.
Okay, so that's an amazing statement.
I am
right
focusing
there.
in on New York and the metropolitan area, because I have a feeling we are the headquarters, of the world. We have some of the top doctors in the world.
Right.
But it's actually not even that easy, because without the proper interpretation of your genome sequencing, you may not get the information that you're looking for.
Wow. Okay, so there we have it, folks. Genome sequencing, something that I didn't know much about. I probably still don't know much about, but I do know a little bit more. And it seems to be something that is saving the lives of, I don't want to say countless.
Well, it's not saving so many lives yet, but it has that potential.
Has that potential.
It's got to get, needs more research. They got to perfect it. and then it has the potential to really change life as we know it.
Okay. So Joanna, thank you for bringing this issue, to me and doing the series of shows. If anything ever comes up that there's something breaking that you certainly want to get out there again, let me know. We'll talk more about what we can do, to make this, certainly more increased public awareness of what's going on out there. All right.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you again, ladies and gentlemen. And this bite is over, and please stay tuned and support our channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.